My brother doesn't actually remember this now, but back when we were kids, he was 3 years younger than me. We were on a trip with my grandparents at a condo timeshare in Florida. Of course, it's Florida, where the sightings would happen. An important thing to note at this point was that this was before we knew I needed glasses, so I could very much not see further than like a foot in front of my face, and that was normal for me. We were on one of those little concrete bridges over the tunnels with runoff streams that flow down to the beach, and it had actually made a pretty big slash deep pool right below the bridge. It was all murky and brown and stuff. We were messing around on the bridge, and my brother leans over to look down into the runoff pool, and he just freezes. I ask him what's wrong, and he says, "You didn't see her?" And I was like, "See what?" And he swears to me up and down that there's a mermaid in the runoff pool. He described her as looking a couple of years older than me, and I was 11 to 12 at the time, I think, so possibly 13 to 15, with, he thinks, light brown hair, and her skin looked light blue. Her tail was about the same length as the rest of her body, so not super long like in the live action Little Mermaid, with big scales more like dragons than actual fish-like scales, layered on top of each other like chainmail. Small fins running down the sides, like really small, horizontally aligned tail fins, the most basic sort of V-shape you could see on a fish, with eye spots on each of the lobes, like a tropical fish. He said she was wearing a top, kind of like a sweater, that looked like it was woven out of kelp. I love the creativity.